How to make a Christmas stocking. In this video, we will be showing you how to make two different types of stockings, the standard stocking and the paw stocking. The stocking cuffs are the same, but the stocking bottoms are different, and the paw stocking requires applique, which we will discuss later in the video. For more in-depth information on this DIY, please see our website for a free downloadable instructional PDF. The link is in the description. First, print, tape together, and cut out the pattern pieces. Then place the pattern pieces for the stocking that you would like to make on the fabric lining, and if you would like a contrasting cuff, contrasting fabric. Do not cut the applique pieces yet. If there are any overlapping layers, make sure to base stitch around the inside edge of the pieces. To make the applique on the paw stocking, cut out all the paw stocking pattern pieces, including the applique pieces. Next, cut the large paw stocking pattern out of fabric. Fuse the interfacing with an iron and the fabric that you would like the applique to be made out of. Cut the applique out of the fused fabric, then use the markings on the paw stocking as a guide to place the applique. Pin the applique down in place and zigzag stitch all around the edges of the applique to stabilize. Pin the paw stocking to the cuff lining, right sides together. Do this for all paw stocking and cuff lining pieces. Pin the cuff fabric to the stocking lining. When sewing with faux fur, be mindful that fur can be very thick to sew through. To reduce fur bulk, cut down the fur pile to the backing. The width of the edge pile being trimmed should be the same width as the seam allowance. The remainder of the fur pile can be brushed towards the center to ensure it doesn't get in the way of the seam when sewing. Visit our website for more faux fur sewing tips and tricks. The link is in the description. Pin the cuff to the cuff lining right sides together. Don't forget to add the trim to hang the stocking. Cut 10 inches of trim and fold that in half. Please notice the green dot for placement. Place the two raw edges of trim between the pinned fabric of the cuff and the stocking lining, with all raw edges aligned. The trim should be placed 1.5 inches from the edge of the fabric. Lay both lengths flat with the right sides together and pin. Make sure that the stocking fabric is matched with the other stocking fabric, and the stocking lining is together with the other stocking lining. Sew all the pinned seams, 1/2 inch seam allowance. Make sure to leave a 4-inch opening on the stocking lining and back stitch on each side of the opening. Sew 5/8 of an inch seam allowance around the inside edge of the stocking. Snip the seam allowance towards the seam on any curves. This will help keep the fabric flat after the stocking is turned. If this is not done, the curves will not bend into shape and will create an unwanted puckering effect. Turn the fabric right side out through the 4-inch opening in the fabric lining. Close the opening in the lining with a straight stitch and back stitch. Push the lining inside of the main fabric. Fold the cuff over so that only the main fabric of the stocking and cuff are showing. Tack the seams connecting the cuffs to the stocking. This is a good way to stabilize the cuff lining and to stay parallel to the main cuff. Another great place to tack is the edge of the cuff to the stocking. Tacking in between the seam allowance will help hide the thread. Feel free to accessorize with trim, applique, or pom-poms. Get creative! Share your designs and tag us at Fabricland Canada. Thanks for watching!